Hello. What is going on, guys? You guys, wow. I'm sick, so I guess bear with it. I like to work as well, so it's like even when I'm sick, I always went to school and stuff like that, so I'm still gonna produce videos for you guys. I think this might be the only video because I have an extremely painful headache and a terrible throat. So yeah, this is gonna be I guess I'll just have videos going on, you know what I mean. But if you guys are enjoying, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe for more of these Moveset videos, as well as Sun and Moon competitive content, analysis, and all that stuff. All that good stuff here on this channel. Definitely make sure to hit the bell as well. You can get notified anytime I upload from your phone or whatever. But here we're talking about Celesteela, probably the most requested Pokemon I had out of all the movesets. A lot of people see the thing in the ladder. They don't know how it runs. They don't know how to use it because all of its stats are genuinely amazing, but the speed. But you don't need speed when you're that fat, dude. So let's sit down and talk about the stats. You should be seeing the stats page. Let's sit down and talk about the stats. 97 HP, 101 attack, 103 defense, 107 special attack, 101 special attack, and 61 in speed. Looking at it, it's like a Mega Skarmory. I personally think Skarmory has more defense, as well as I'm almost positive Skarmory actually has more HP. No, he does less, 65. So this thing has like a lot of points on Skarmory. 65 versus 97, that's like 32. Crazy, right? This thing is very, very, very bulky. It's actually very annoying to deal with, kind of like Toxapex. You see these two ran together, but at the same time, I think they always run as well like a Lando T, the way you can't safely just Tapu Koko beats to both of that core Celesteela Toxapex. But it's like, you kind of can't. They're bulky, you take hits, number one. Number two, they always run like a ground type, like Chomp, Lando, etc. You know what I mean? So the thing about this is I typically would suggest a spread, which you're looking at now. I would suggest this spread because it's probably the most common spread. Like I think this is easily one of the most common Celesteela spreads. Like if you're ever on the ladder and you're facing up against a Celesteela, this will more than likely be the set that you face up against. So this is very common, probably the #1 set for this Pokemon right now. And it's very good because he has unreliable recovery. The best way he can recover is Leech Seed. Now that's one thing that Skarmory has on it. Skarmory can use Defog and Skarmory can gain Roost backup, both put up a lot of hazards. So Skarmory is more utility, I get. This is more of a tank. Because unfortunately it doesn't learn any of that, which sucks, but it just does not, you know what I mean? And a lot of people suggest you should run like Air Slash. You can if you want to. I like to run Flamethrower, of course, to get like Ferrothorn, Genesect if you're playing the Pokebank version. A bunch of steel types like those, and in Heatran, of course, you get walled up by Heatran. But the nice thing is you can be an annoying cunt and Leech Seed protect. Yeah, sure you can allow him to put up the rocks, but it's the fact that you're constantly whittling down that Heatran. So, and Heatrans nowadays run more Earth power, so, because Toxapex, you know? So, I mean, you really can't touch Heatran with this. I mean, yeah, guess you could change, I guess, either one of the offensive moves, because you really want to have Flamethrower take on other steel types as well as other Celesteelas. And then you want to have that Heavy Slam because it's going to be really nice against a lot of the Tapus, actually all the Tapus, but Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini walls the thing pretty good, but the nice thing about Tapu Fini is you can actually beat it 1v1. If it's not a Calm Mind set, you can potentially beat it 1v1, potentially I say, because of the fact of Leech Seed. Leech Seed Protect is very obnoxious because it's constantly whittling you down, and some of them run Toxic and they don't run Flamethrower for some reason, so if they do that, feel free to bring in your steel types. Heavy Slam, of course, I can talk about, kills most of the Tapus, except for Fini, who's very tanky, and it's good on Clef as well. I think Clef is starting to run more Flamethrower as well. So, or I think Clef is starting to run a little bit more Thunderbolt because, like I said, it hits the Toxapex Celesteela core. And if you're in Flamethrower and if they have like a Toxapex and, you know, Heatran, you're kind of fucked. So, moving on now to the next spread we have is the kind of like a defensive one. Like I said again, defensive set is really what I like to run. Again, this is not the best set you can run. Very viable sets, but you honestly could choose any other set you want. This set is interesting. Rather than running Heavy Slam and Protect, you can run Substitute and, I guess, Flash Cannon. You can be fully specially offensive, then not have to worry about, I guess, being mixed. Number two, when you go behind the sub, because you're bulky enough to get behind the sub in a lot of mons, this way you can actually get the Leech Seed too, and they swap out into a wall breaker that's trying to pop the sub and then kill you. And then you could just proceed to be a dick. The unfortunate part about it is I'm going to say this right now, you honestly can run, I guess, Protect here as well. Because if you don't have Protect, that Leech Seed recovery is going to be very irritating to deal with. This one is kind of hit or miss. I've tried it, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And all the moves that go through like sub, like the thing eats up, like Hyper Voice or Mega Gardevoir and stuff like that. The only thing that I think will do some damage to it is when Liquid Voice comes out. I think that's going to be definitely hurting the thing a lot. Which Primarina, I really want to make a moveset bit on that Pokemon because it's so good. But yeah, again, like I said, this set is hit or miss. Honestly, you can protect from flash cannon if you really want to. If you do this, then you're walled at fire types. But again, like number one, I guess you could leech seed the fire types and then swap out. Or number two, why would you stand on a fire type? You know, you can't beat a heat train with V1 or a lot of other common fire types. Heat train is definitely one of the most common fire types, so put that into consideration. So you can't beat that 1v1. So Talonflame used to be that as well, but your boy Talonflame really ain't living no more. So like I haven't seen much of it. I see actually people use Mega Pincer more often now because of that quick attack priority to kill the Ultra Beast. So yeah, but again, like I said, one of the most common fire types is Heat Train, so don't attempt to take it on 1v1. Sure, you might see Savali Fire, I guess, to deal with the thing. Otherwise, like, look at this. Charizards, Megas, of course. Totally forgot about them. The Mega Charizards, of course. Alola Marowak, but I said Heat Train is like one of the most common, so you know what I mean. Just them saying that doesn't mean that all the others are irrelevant, like, you know what I mean. But and then the last set we got here is going to be this pretty cool set. It's an Assault Vest, fully offensive set. So this thing is so bulky, it can take so many hits. Why not actually take abuse of that high special attack stat, which is honestly its highest stat? Why not take complete advantage of that and just go raw? 2 stab moves, air slash, and flash cannon. They work out very well. This is such a good Pheromosa check, because Pheromosa really can't do much to it. You're guaranteed to live anything that Pheromosa does to you. Had it learn Flamethrower, would have been just a little bit more threatening, but I don't think it does. Like the best things I run is like Ice Beam, which I actually made a Pheromosa moveset video as well. It's always in the description, guys, as well as the pace spins will from now on be in the description as well. But this thing is pretty good. Energy Ball, of course, for those ground types, especially water types as well. Mainly Tapu Fini, because with this set, you really can't touch Tapu Fini, and Tapu Fini is very annoying for this Pokemon. So I guess you could do that as well. I guess you wanted to hit Toxapex on the neutral side because he's part poison. I'd rather just Air Slash, but you know what I mean. Air Slash, of course, because you can kill Pheromosa extremely quick, as well as Buzzwole. You can kill all these Ultra Beasts pretty fast, as well as this thing is a good check as well to Tapu Booling, because he booling on these niggas, and you know you can shred that thing with Flash Cannon or Air Slash, because Tapu Booler really doesn't have much of a move pool to be like, he really can't do much against it. Like, he doesn't learn any fire moves. Like Sunny Day and Hidden Power Fire is the best that he can do, and Hidden Power Fire is definitely not doing enough. So like, geez, this thing is very tanky. Like I said, this thing is hitting up niggas. This thing is powerful. Now, what I talked about in the beginning of the video is ways on beating it now. Let's talk about ways on beating it, because a lot of people have tweeted at me saying, how do you beat this thing 1v1? It's very annoying. It's very irritating. I guess you could look at it as in, maybe you shouldn't rely too much on beating it 1v1. More along 6v6 is a meta. That's Pokemon. Not really a good switch in, but a good check, I guess you could say, because a counter to switch in, a check is something that murders it. You could say if you want to double swap out to Tapu Koko, if you have one, expecting a Celesteela, you definitely can do that. Xurkitree as well, since Xurkitree actually does his steel moves and flying moves. He's actually a very good check to this Pokemon, but this thing learns Earthquake, and I have seen some people run Earthquake for Trans, Tapu Koko, and I guess Xurkitree as well. So I'd look out for that. You know, I wouldn't just hard swap it to Xurkitree. You know, I guess maybe scout it out, see the Earthquake weaknesses, see if it has Earthquake. Good way as well is, I guess, something tanky. You can honestly do your own Celesteela, but that's pretty annoying. You want to kill it, not outstall it. I mean, if you want to outstall it, be my guess. But the nice thing about Tapu Bulu is he definitely can get Leech Seed off on this Pokemon, getting a free switch out into Leech Seed, and then chipping it down. But you have Flash Cannon and Flamethrower, so I don't think it'd be around too often. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be really it for this video. These are the best ways you can run Celesteela. I probably wouldn't recommend a subset. I haven't had too many good results with it. We're gonna put it on here though, just in case somebody wants to know if they can like run it substitute wise. And when you have that Leech Seed, you definitely can. But I am completely exhausted, guys. Like, I'm tired as shit. I'm sick as hell. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Again, thank you for the support on the Breaking Wi-Fi. It's a series that I initiated within X and Y, and it was definitely doing good. So I figured, why not bring it back? Everybody loves it, and everyone is loving it. They love the support, which I actually will leave part 1 within the description. But thank you again, guys, for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. And with that being said, though, guys, I'm definitely gonna get out of here. Thank you for watching, guys. With that being said, I'm gonna get out. Goodbye.